Gachiakuta, assuming that's how you pronounce it, has some amazing art, an interesting world, a revenge story, and a not-so-subtle message about divides in class. When I say not so subtle, I do mean not so subtle. Doesn't have to be a bad thing, though. This first chapter has a lot of emphasis in trash, in both objects and people, and how they are treated. Our main character, Ruto, is first seen digging through the trash. He's seen as a trash vandal, someone ruining the beauty of the town by moving that trash outside. And so we now see our main character, Ruto, who's a little edgy. I do love the design, though. I love the glove, the tattered around him. The eyes are very nice. It's just a great design. After that, we're introduced to Chiwa, seemingly his only friend in this place and a crush of his, where we then learn that Ruto is the son of a murderer and labeled as such. From there, we're introduced to Reito, his father figure in this world, who then reveals that Ruto's parents were seemingly abusive to him, and spoiler alert, Reito is obviously going to die. From there, we see the Abyss, an entire trash site, just this sea of darkness where they throw all the trash. The trash obviously also includes people. It's an execution site. From there, Reito is dead as you would expect, and Ruto was framed for it, and we also seemingly get the setup for the next antagonist of the story through that masked man. At the execution scene, I have two things that I have an issue with, one potentially and one that I do at the current moment. Right before Reito is killed, Ruto gives Chiwa this stuffed animal that he found at the trash site. He fixed it up and it's a very cute little moment. And in her introduction scene, you also see that she defends Ruto when he's called a murderer because he's the son of a murderer, and he had all of that. After he's framed for the murder, it is so oddly callous the way that her character shifts so dramatically. While she doesn't necessarily have to think he's innocent, there should have been a lot more conflict here. It's far too much of a change for it to actually feel natural that this kid just so easily goes like, I don't care anymore, you're a murderer, die. My second issue is if the story goes in this overly revenge-heavy way, right? There's nothing wrong with this anger. I think it's very, very well displayed, and it's justified in this moment, but I hope it doesn't go too far into it. I think I'm just tired of like overly revenge-heavy stories. It's the first chapter. He's allowed to feel pure rage, and I'm assuming or hoping that the story shows, more nuance to it all. He's dropped into the abyss as we now hit some damn amazing art. As we hit the final page turn of the story, we get garbage, humans, anything, filth of every kind find its way down here. This is exactly what the abyss is. Amazing note to end that chapter off on. So yeah, like nitpicks aside, that is a very, very good first chapter. Amazing setups.